The news of the day was, of course, early today is the Eagles trading Carson Wentz with 2 draft picks to the Indianapolis Colts. Carson Wentz was, some people thought that it was on the Bears' radar. Apparently not. The Raiders, the Colts make the move on the deal. Not giving up too much, I don't think. A couple of picks. Conditional 22 pick and a second round 21 pick, so not too much, you know what I'm saying?
It's a third round for this year, and then next year is conditional for the second round. Second round that can become a first rounder.
So not too much. And also you consider like, wow, this guy just got the major contract almost like first and drafted like second when he got picked. So what do you guys feel about this Carson Wentz going to Indianapolis?
I think it's a great pickup by the Colts. You know what I'm saying? They address a need that's already, that they needed. Phillip Rivers retiring and whatnot, going to his 20 kids, you know what I'm saying? So to be able, because remember, shout out to the kids, you know what I'm saying? But always one woman, by the way, so shout out to them. My biggest thing is that we've been talking about the quarterback market since Watson's been wanting out, things of that nature, first round picks, things of that nature, and they were able to get a guy that was drafted high in the first round for a second and a third rounder. And it's like we were all talking about the QB market being driven up by Stafford after he got traded, you know what I'm saying, for some first rounders and Jared Goff. So it's kind of funny that the Colts were able to get this deal done, but that also shows that there was no real market for Wentz, is what it sounds like to me. It seems like not a lot of people valued him as what other teams or what we thought he would be valued for, because I thought he would at least go for a first rounder, and that didn't happen. So great pickup by the Colts.
I got mixed reactions on this because I'm with Justin in the sense that Indianapolis did make a great pickup. They did adjust the position of need. I'm interested in what the Colts are going to do with their receiving core because, T.Y. Hilton, he's a free agent. I think Zach Pascal is a free agent too as well. And they got Michael Pittman Jr. Also, they're going to be picking with number 20th. They'll be picking 21st. We'll be picking 20th. And so I could see them going for a wide receiver in the draft to try to strengthen their receiving core. On top of that, they already had the tight ends. They had Mo Alley Cox and Trey Burton last year. And then they had Taylor, the running back. Doyle. So a good pickup. Yeah, there we go. Doyle. I knew I forget somebody. Doyle. So they got a decent amount of weapons in terms of tight end in the backs. The other part of this for me is for the Bears. I think the Bears did a good job and avoid taking what's the biggest cap in NFL history, the biggest cap hit.
34 million. I think 34 million.
Yeah. I think they did the Bears. Yeah, I think the Bears did a good job in avoiding that. But at the same time, I'm still like, who's going to be our quarterback now? So, it looked like Wentz kind of got traded for the low. He kind of got traded for the low when you heard the Bears are probably going to have to give up first round picks for him. And then you see the Colts get him for a third in the conditional. So just mixed reactions. Good job by the Colts. But now for the Bears, actually, like, I'm kind of proud. I'm proud they didn't take that cap hit. But now where do we go? Where's the direction?
And another thing I want to bring up too is that we forget that Marlon Mack, who was hurt, all of year, he was a pretty productive running back. I think that what they're gonna try to do is probably try to offload him and trade him, and might get a receiver for him. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with Chris. I think they definitely need to do some more with their receivers. Colts have a top 5 line, so we're not really worried about that. So man, I'm right there with Chris on that. Defense is good. Defense is decent. They really don't have no cut people, and they've always had great cap space since Ballard's come in the fold. They got I think they got like $75 million in cap space right now, so they got the money to make moves.
They also got Paris Campbell out of Ohio State.
I was just going to say
he's been kind of hurt
injured,
for a few years. And staying in the Big Ten, honestly, looking at Indianapolis, man, like I was talking about how they'll be picking 21st, we'll be picking 20th. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with the Bears in terms of Allen Robinson, because you can see the Bears and Colts kind of like jockeying for positions and trying to pick receivers. I think Indianapolis may more so need an outside receiver just as much as the Bears. And another guy that I can see is Bateman. I wanted the kid out of Minnesota. Is Bateman? I want to say it's Bateman, right?
Wayne Bateman.
Yes, him. Minnesota.
Rashad Bateman. I'm sorry. Rashad Bateman.
Yes, there we go. Rashad Bateman. Yeah, Rashad Bateman. I could see him being somebody who's kind of down the board a little bit. You could see probably slide up a little bit with those two teams possibly looking for receivers. I mean, Devontae Smith, obviously out of Alabama, he's slated in the middle of that round. Tony out of I can't remember everybody's first name. Tony out of Florida, the shifty little slot receiver, and Jalen Waddle. Those two guys, yeah. So those are guys I could see like the Bears and Colts looking for receivers.
Yes.
And also to piggyback on that Colts thing, like y'all said, the Colts also they have a terrific offensive line. So Wentz, this might be an opportunity, a new scenery. You know, they're gonna be they'll run the ball team, you know, physical team with them, Jonathan Taylor and that stable of backs, Hines coming out the backfield to dump it off too. And you say Marlon Mack coming back, might be some draft cred, or it might be something they could just keep a 2 or 3 head monster at the running back position. Yeah, decent weapons enough. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting now to see that another quarterback domino has fallen. Carson Wentz, Wentzanapolis.
Jalen Hurts right now, the QB1 in Philly.